This story happened when I got divorced and I was single. I remained in my house after my divorce and decided to get a roommate. I found this girl who was a perfect fit and went with her to pick up some of her things at her dad's house. I was talking to her dad while she packed and mentioned a plumbing problem we were having in my bathroom. He had no ideas how to fix it, and he never mentioned it to anyone else. Fast forward about 3 days later, and I hear a knock on the door, and there's no one there. It was just a Home Depot bag with plumbing parts hanging on the doorknob. A couple days later, I hear another knock and find a large poster with big black print saying, "You don't know me, but I'm the guy who brought plumbing parts and left them at your door. I think you're beautiful and overheard that you need help fixing your sink and do not currently have a man." It went on to say how he would like to return and fix the sink if I would let him. It felt really creepy. I wrote a note thanking him and put it with the plumbing parts on the porch and asked him not to contact me again. The parts and the note disappeared. I figured it was over, but I was wrong. A couple weeks later, in the middle of the night, I woke up to some man on my front porch pacing in circles, talking to himself, saying things like, "You're gonna learn to love me. And if you won't let me into your world, I'm gonna force you into mine." I was so scared. I called the cops and they removed him. He became very angry and started leaving me strange sized notes from a few inches to poster paper size all over. He taped them to my car door, telling me how rude I am to call the cops when he was just trying to be nice. He left them on the side of my house, nailed to my back gate, saying he's gonna teach me how a proper lady should act. My gate was locked, but he got into my backyard and taped them to my patio door of my living room, saying he's not gonna give up because we have a connection that's meant to be. When I came home from work to find notes in my bathroom saying my sink was fixed, I freaked out. The police had to watch my house until they caught him. It turned out he was a married man who saw me at my new roommate's father's house and followed me home. He also said that I was his first crush and that he was deeply in love with. That was a really creepy incident in my life, and I don't think that I will be able to forget it. So, I had a problem in high school, and that problem was that I would attract really creepy people, like ones who would publicly declare their love for me and follow me around, which was not good. But the one that tops the cake was this guy, Tony. I had known him for a while, but we had never really talked until one day when he started messaging me about his problems on Facebook. I was like, this is kind of weird, but maybe he's just lonely and wants a friend. We become better friends, and one night we are talking, and he tells me that he's really into me and would like to kiss me. At this point, I had a boyfriend that I was crazy about, so I told him it was nice, but I had a boyfriend. He said that he would respect my decision, but bam! 2 days later, my boyfriend broke up with me. Tony calls me up to comfort me that night, being all nice and telling me how beautiful I am and how much he cares about me. The next day, he walks me to and from every class, wants to hang out after school, texts me all day. Now, I am not interested in dating him at all, and having just broken up with my boyfriend, I tell him that I appreciate everything he's done for me, but I am just not interested in dating him or anyone for a while. And then he tells me, "Yes, you are. You owe me, you know that, right?" And I was like, "Excuse me?" There is no way you would put up with all my shit if you weren't interested, and besides, I was there for you when your boyfriend broke up with you. Did you forget that? I was really heartbroken and couldn't understand why he was behaving like that. Turns out Tony had a history of being emotionally abusive to former girlfriends, and he was extremely manipulative. This was the beginning of threats of suicide if I didn't date him, following me to around school and drunk calls in the middle of the night. It finally ended when he told me to be his girlfriend or he would move away and wreck his life. I told him good luck, and he did. Last I heard, he was in jail for assaulting a minor. I am really thankful that I was able to get out of that situation unharmed, but I know that a lot of people don't. They fall under the emotional spell of these type of people and get into really bad situations. We should be aware of these kind of people and learn to trust ourselves and our decisions. We should help the person who is actually dealing with mental health, but we should also watch out from these fake people who don't respect your decision and whose only motive is to restrain others and use them for their advantage. I hope everyone stays safe.